that was very painful to watch. However, in this climate, I don't think the girl would even drink what the guy gave her. Things that could have improved the interaction. Looks, money, status, game, and frame. No way around it, boys.
So,
But to be
what's
honest-
wrong? But what's wrong with you?
To be honest, in my 20s, what I was doing was just dating for fun. Dating, I'm going to be really blunt, dating like, you know, rappers, athletes. And by time I was ready to sit down, I was already in my 30s, and I'm like, oh shit, like I've done give away my most precious years to just partying and being on the scene. And now that I'm in my 30s, I'm trying to date, and I really don't know what I like.
Keep going.
I'm trying to figure out what do I like, because for the past 4 years I've been engaged twice, and there weren't the one.
Have you been in therapy?
Yes, I'm in therapy now.
That's the lie they tell young women. I don't know in what world getting passed around by athletes, rappers, and whatnot is good advice.
What's wrong? Scared. What the fuck?
I truly believe that people who have body fat issues need mental help. Obviously, if they're already going to the gym or working on it, then that's good. Remember, boys, your body is a reflection of your mind. This isn't dark female psychology. This is just plain crazy.
Let's go, dig deep right now. Come on.
Meanwhile,
Here's the harsh truth. Women simply do not belong in fighting positions. These are male spaces and should stay that way. And that's a benefit for women. Women will fail if they try to compete with men in male spaces. Let me give you an example in the next clip. This is Lucia Riker, an undefeated kickboxer and professional boxer who decided she wanted to fight a man under Muay Thai rules. This knockout was in the second round. The thing is, the man wasn't even a hyper-elite fighter. He had a good record, but nowhere near Buakaw or John Wayne Parr, whereas Lucia was top of her game. She was even called Lady Tyson. In general, this is what would happen if women tried competing in male spaces.
I don't know who needs to hear this morning, but this is your sign to go be a hoe, okay? It's hoe summer, hoe it up, do it up, and if you need any advice from a former hoe, hit a hoe up.
And this is exactly why you never, ever take advice from damaged females over the age of 30, because this is the type of advice that you are going to get. To hoe it up, be a hoe, and bang as many guys as possible. I mean, what type of message is this sending to other young, impressionable lady.
If you seen a woman in the street that you didn't know getting assaulted by a man that you didn't know?
No, I wouldn't, because I know there's two sides to every story. The only thing we can do in this situation is speculate, because anything could have happened that led up to that moment. So to just take her side, nah, we ain't doing that. I would also like to point out that horrible comparison you made using our mothers versus random women wasn't a good look. Of course I'm going to protect my mother, but a random woman on the street, she's not entitled to that, bro.
Yep, don't involve yourself in unnecessary drama, boys. I think you should know that by now.
Her boyfriend caught her cheating with me and called me for answers.
Turn me up. Turn me up, P. Corners in the paddock, get my piece. I'm pushing P.
She won. She gets to take my baby away. She gets to take my baby away from me. I fought so hard. Tooth and nail, all through my wife's cancer. Fighting for my baby. And they're just like, yeah, he's good. Let's go. I'm fucking broken, and I want to see you guys. It's like, I fought hard. And this is real me right now. I'm fucking broken because that's my baby.
You can feel the pain in his voice. It's legitimately disheartening to see men go through the slaughterhouse that is the Western marriage court system. It's a cautionary tale. Never get married.
I am so sick of all these thirsty men under my posts. All your content is literally thirst traps. Thirsty content, thirsty niggas. So, I should be able to post whatever I want without being sexually harassed. You're absolutely correct. I should also be able to leave my door unlocked with the keys in my car running and nobody should steal it, but door unlock, people steal a car. But we don't do it for you. Who do you do it for? Ourselves? Then why not just leave it in your camera roll? Huh? Why don't you take the pictures and delete it? I'm just saying, like, that doesn't make any sense. Why don't you just not post it? Why don't you private it? Why don't you encrypt it? Put it on a flash drive. Why are you sweating so much? I'm a feminist. Yeah, shut up. No, you're not.
They just can't admit it. They're doing it for the attention of yacht-riding millionaire rappers and athletes. They're not doing it for themselves. That's the biggest lie they're gonna tell you.
Who I am, I'm making a new plan, rearranging my life, and I won't look back ever again. Yeah, you ain't see me activated. You better hope that you never see me agitated. I think about my actions, plan them out, evaluated. That's how I end up on the top, man, I'm calculated. My mind's a weapon, my body is the engine. I'm never second guessing, I just do what I was destined. Cause I feel I got the blessing, persistence and obsession. That's how you keep progressing, I already learned that lesson, yeah. I'm changing.
It's scary, like a freaking snake. My God.
What is the best way for him to approach a girl in the gym?
Happened a couple of times, and I'm not gonna lie, they were pretty good. Is come up to you, how many reps do you have? Also, what are you working on? Like, you know, just small talk, nice small talk, you know? If they're good looking.
Boys, unfortunately, the climate today isn't what it used to be. You can't connect with the people anymore. So just throw that approaching thing out of the window. Here's another example in the next clip.
Okay, a lot of people don't like this. This whole approaching thing, throw that shit out the window. I'ma say it now. Take it and throw it in the trash. Shuck it. Women will complain, hey, the men don't approach. I don't give a fuck. That's how it's supposed to be. I don't give a fuck. That's how it's supposed to be. Y'all not doing that shit no more. And cut that shit out. I'll tell you what it is, okay? Because I've done it. I don't know, pickup artist thing. I used to go to clubs with Sharpies and play games. I got videos and photos. Like, I have proof. I've done it. I've done the whole laundry list. I'm telling you, cut that shit out. That shit is for the past. That was for the birds of yesterday. Today, We got a lot of pigeons. The who? We got a lot of pigeons. Yeah, we got a lot of pigeons, okay? All right? Today's a different day. Well, how do I mean to go? I'm gonna tell you, really simple. Build yourselves a life that women are gonna find endearing. And naturally, things will flow from there. Get your shit in shape, get your money right. I'm not talking about millions. I'm talking about just get your own place, get a decent car, okay? Make sure you got some cool hobbies and keep it the fuck
There's
pushing.
a lot to unpack here, but that's one of the most practical pieces of advice out there. Firstly, if you're in the West, approaching women should be out of your options. It's just the way it is now. If you're in more conservative countries, Asian countries, that can still work. However, the cons outweigh the pros, so if you don't want to take chances, just forget about cold approaching. Secondly, just build yourself an interesting life. Not to get 304s, but for yourself. You don't have to be a multi-millionaire to be happy, honestly. Most of us aren't going to be anyway. You can just have a nice home, car, friends, health, and hobbies. If a woman finds her life interesting and they're virtuous and integrous, then that's it. You've cracked the code.
Jung had this idea that you had a potential future self, which would be in potential everything that you could be, and that it manifests itself moment to moment in your present life by making you interested in things. And the things that you're interested in are the things that would guide you along the path that would lead you to maximal development. Now, it sounds like a metaphysical idea or a mystical idea even, but it's not. It's a really profoundly biological idea.
Did you guys see the clip of Ronaldo girlfriend?
Oh my God.
Oh,
Homeboy was so unimpressed. She pulls up in a fucking Rolls Royce, right? And he's just like, as if he didn't see the $300,000 bill on his credit card.
Yeah. And people were pretty much saying like all Ronaldo wanted this season was just a thoughtful gift. And then they showed the next slide was Messi holding the World Cup with his girlfriend or his wife. And they're like, this is what Ronaldo really wanted.
It was lazy. For a man of his status, do you think Ronaldo wants more things? He can buy the most expensive cars in the world, like candy. A family-centered gift would have made for a better one.
So when we're looking at women and we're like, man, is she worth 14? No. OnlyFans in her bio. Automatic.
Men should be ruthless in vetting women. After all, it's one of the most important decisions you can make in your life.
No llores, vato. Don't cry.
First of all, is that your husband's son? Or is it your son from a previous relationship? That's very important. And second of all, ladies, it don't matter. You better not never do that shit. Ever. That is the fastest way to the motherfucking divorce gravy train. You're gonna have a one-way ticket to the motherfucking courthouse signing them papers. Get your ass out of here.
Men should never tolerate disrespect from their women. You can lose every ounce of love from her, but the moment she loses respect for you, the relationship's done. How do you not lose her respect? You have to pass her shit tests with flying colors, because even the wealthiest men get divorced and lose the respect of their wives. So it's definitely not a financial aspect. These shit tests or competency tests will be done continuously throughout your relationship. And when you've failed enough of them, she'll start disrespecting you. That's all we have for you today, boys. I hope you learned something.